Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to this YouTube channel. It's your guy Igor here. Today's video is dedicated to 3 ways of building wealth in Canada. Guys, I decided to make this video to help those of you guys who are planning to immigrate here or already immigrated here and living in this beautiful country. But you're like, well, I'm struggling to save up money to keep up the life, to build any wealth, to build any equity. So I decided to share with you guys on how it is done. And how I know it is, guys, on my day-to-day basis these days, guys, it's been crazy day. I worked today from 9:30 a.m., got home by 8. So I made it by 8 p.m. home. Wow, I'm super tired right now. And what I do for a living, guys, is I deal with a lot of people that have a lot of money. Those people who made it. Those people who can afford buying a house. And more interesting part about it is they're absolutely different people. And the ways how they made their money, how they build their wealth, and the amounts of money they have. I have people who are making a regular salary, barely making their ends meet. People like, saving up money, and yet they have 10, 20, $100,000 down payment for a house, so they saved up. I also deal with people who make 10, 20, in tens of thousands of dollars a month. And I also deal with people who make hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. So it's completely different people, completely different ways how they made their money. But there's 3 things in common that I see that applies to those categories. Of course, some of these things are not going to apply to the people who are making tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. Some of these tips that I'm going to mention in today's video are not going to be applicable, but for an average person like myself, guys, well, I used all of these things when I was buying my own first property and, well, my second property in Canada, and, well, now being in real estate, I actually face it on a daily basis. So first method, guys, is, well, it's a common method of making money. Second method is, well, it's, would you call it? I would say it's an active method. And the third way is a passive method. My favorite, of course, is the passive method. I'll tell you later on, closer to the end of the video, on how you can passively make a lot of money in Canada. And I'm not going to be telling you about something unrealistic, but something actually that works. So first thing, guys, the common method. That's how I've been saving up for my first down payment, for my first condo close to downtown Calgary here in Canada. Well, what I did, guys, is I was actually saving up a lot of money by doing the following. First thing is, less eating out, less spending. It's like what our parents teach us, from the childhood. Cook your food at home. Try not to spend money in the restaurant. Shop in bulk. Plan ahead. So that's the most common thing. I've seen people going to such an extent as not buying a car. Guys, I cannot do anything without the car. I need my car. I want to be driving a car, and that's the reality here in Canada. But in reality, you don't really need a car to get around. So car is a huge expense. The insurance, the gas, the maintenance, all of this together ends up. And also, one thing that none of you guys probably call, well, none of you, some of you do, of course, is depreciation of that car. How much value of the price of that car that you could have sold within a year, how much money you lose. The actual cost of ownership of a car is freaking huge. So beware when you're buying a BMW versus Toyota. I'm a Toyota guy. Anyways, guys, this is a huge expense. So people, what they do is they try to limit not buying a car. They stay away from debt. They do not abuse credit cards. And if you are in debt, the best thing is to start paying off the most high interest debt to get out of it. And that's one way to create wealth in Canada. To save money is by simply spending less than you're making. Now, guys, the active way of making money, I went through all of these guys' stages in Canada. I started with the common way of saving money. Then I was like, wait a second. Why the hell do I have to cut down all of these things? Not have a coffee from Tim Hortons, which I really like. not having my double in the morning. And well, what can you do? Well, second thing is when you can make more money. It's obvious. How is it done in Canada? Well, first thing is, I did this, my boss didn't like it, very stressful. Like, I don't really recommend this method unless you want to get fired sooner, but I do recommend because it worked for me. Is asking for more money from your boss. I was always the guy who was making a lot of money at my company, not more than people who used to work there. First thing is, when I was getting a job offer, I would negotiate. Secondly, I would approach after the 3 month of probation period and I would ask for a raise. Of course, I would work harder than anyone else to do that, but I would ask for a raise. And even though it's very difficult, sometimes they'll just say no, we don't have the money. But that's one of the ways. Second way is get a job offer. That's what I did the next day. I got a job offer which paid for the same job way more money. I came to my boss and I said, can you match it? He tried. All of a sudden the budget increased. All of a sudden I found out, hey, this guy actually had more money for me when he tried to keep me there. Increased my salary by $4 an hour. As soon as I showed up with a job offer, that I was actually paying me almost $10 an hour more. So I politely said that I don't need the $4 an hour, and I went for a new company. Same kind of job, guys. Same kind of job, way more money. Just because it was oil and gas company. You can do the same thing. So the way how to grow in Canada, guys, is not the employer loyalty. It's absolutely the opposite. Statistically speaking, people who change more jobs get paid more. You have to keep on negotiating, renegotiating your salary with other employers and your own employer. And screw what people think about that. You have to take care of yourself. So if you are saving up money, you are, sacrificing certain things in a common way, you might as well just make more money. Another way what I started doing in Canada, guys, helped me even better than changing jobs. Side hustle. Guys, I started the company on the side, and actually that company later on turned into my full-time employment. I quit my job later on. But that's a topic for another video. But I've been side hustling for a few years. It helped me a lot. Guys, just think about this. Whatever you're making, whatever you're making right now, put it as your expense, leave off that. And try to save some amount from whatever you're making. Have a side hustle. Make money there and don't touch that money. Guys, I was able to save up for a house down payment. I think it was like a year and a half of my side hustle. So it is working. It is really good. That's how you guys make money in Canada. That's the only actual real way to get out of the rat race, is this side hustle. Of course you work more after work and do these kind of things, but whatever you make on the side, you get to keep it. And eventually the side hustle started generating so much of money, it was just doubling my income from my employer. And that's when I gave my notice and I left. Because at that point, my wife told me that I'm working too many hours and I'm not there for the family. So I was like, okay, I have to sacrifice something. And that would be my job, of course, not my own business. And the third way how I see people make money, a lot of them is passive. Let's say you live in Ontario or Vancouver. So what you do is you just have to buy real estate and you make money on inflation. So inflation, your currency devaluates, and real estate actually grows kind of faster than inflation rate. So whatever the inflation rate is, you still know that real estate generally goes higher than that. Well, if you guys see, for example, the property where I live right now, I got it in the range of $466,000. Right now, it's worth close to $600,000, and that is 2 years. I didn't have to do any work for that. I didn't have to do anything for that. It was just the fact that I invested into real estate. So the third way of passive income is, well, my real estate, I don't have to go to work. I don't have to do anything. But it's like another family member with a really highly paid job generating money. And that's how a lot of people I see who I help purchase houses, they sold their property in Ontario. they were working as a hairdresser, things like that, and not too much of money, nothing, middle management, some people, and they come up with the $500,000 down payments to buy property here. They buy properties for cash. Where did they get the money? Obviously their job didn't pay them enough. How do you get so much of money? And that is passive income. Passive income on the appreciation of the property. Let's say they got a property for $500,000 10 years ago, and now all of a sudden it's $1.2 million already. And their mortgage is, well, they already paid off half of it. So you can calculate the difference and you would know how much equity they have. And that is to saying to all the people who are saying, I would rather rent than own. Real estate in that way is way better. Of course, in the short term, it can fluctuate up and down. So in real estate part is, I would recommend, first of all, not to just go for investment properties. Just start by just buying for yourself, just so you have your own place to stay. And that's how you make money in Canada. You save money a little bit, you do the traditional way, a common way of saving money. So you save a little bit of money the traditional way, then find ways to make a little bit more with the side hustle, and then invest into real estate, or any other sorts of investments that you have in mind. I besides Bitcoin, because I have very hard time investing into something that has no monetary value, that doesn't have a geographical point in the map, that doesn't have demand, and that's solely like value on itself, and it's solely based on people who want to speculate and make money on it, and creates the value of that currency based solely on speculation. That's the only reason why I don't like Bitcoin, because I don't know how it works. It's like a gamble. You could win and you could lose. Or the best thing you can do is ask Elon Musk to tweet about it after you buy it. But he is a troll guy. He might tweet something else and it's going to crash. You never know. That's why I don't buy Bitcoin. Anyways, guys, so these are the ways how you build wealth in Canada, guys. So far, guys, I have 2 mortgages, 2 loans, and I quit my job. And I'm doing pretty well with everything. Being self-employed, I found that's the way for me to be financially independent in Canada, is to be self-employed. But is it working less? Not really, guys. It's way more stressful. You're more stressed out being self-employed, way more complicated than working for somebody else. You would say it has a lot of freedom, but you don't really get a lot of freedom. You have the freedom, but you sacrifice way more money for that freedom if you wish to take it. So in that way, guys, I want to let you decide what you want to do, and let me know how you build your wealth in Canada, or what are you doing? Is it working out for you? Guys, this works out for a lot of my clients. Myself, I'm a real estate agent with experience here in Calgary, licensed in Alberta. I'll leave my contacts in the description of this video if you all want to buy some real estate. But this is what I do, and this is what I did, and this is what I do to save money. Right now, guys, I'm not doing a really good job in terms of not eating outside. I can tell you that, and that's why you see on this video, guys, I'm going on a diet. See you guys soon, and see you in Canada. All the best. Thank you so much for watching. Hope this video is useful for you. Leave a comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe. See you soon, guys. Bye for now.